In life, every person carries a dream in their heart, a picture of who they want to become or what they hope to achieve. But dreams don't turn into reality simply because we wish for them. We watch motivational videos, feel a sudden spark of energy, and for a moment it seems like everything will change. Yet, for most people, life remains the same. Why does this happen? Because real success is not built on temporary motivation, it is built on steady discipline, continuous effort, and unwavering consistency. This is the story of a young boy who embodied these qualities. A boy who refused to surrender, who kept walking forward even when the world around him tried to hold him back. And if you've ever felt stuck, like you keep trying but nothing is improving, then this story might be exactly what you need to hear. Once, in a peaceful village beside a flowing river, there lived a 20-year-old boy named Fernando. His family struggled with poverty. His father, a humble carpenter, owned a tiny wooden workshop where he crafted chairs, tables, and shelves, earning just enough to survive but never enough to grow. Fernando was not the top student in school, he wasn't known for brilliance or talent. But he possessed one rare strength, a quiet, unshakable determination. No matter how hard life pushed him, Fernando simply refused to give up. Every morning, long before the sun rose high enough to touch the treetops, Fernando would be up on his feet, running along the riverbank while the world was still half asleep. His dream was simple yet powerful. He wanted to become a great runner, good enough to be selected for the district's sports academy. If he made it there, he could train like a real athlete, build a future, and one day turn his father's tiny wooden furniture shop into something big and successful. More than anything, he wanted to make his father proud. But dreams are never easy. For 2 long years, Fernando participated in every small local race he could find. And every time, the result was the same: second place, sometimes third, but never first. His friends would laugh and say, "Fernando, maybe running just isn't for you. Why are you wasting your time?" Their words hurt, but Fernando never stopped. He kept running every single day, pushing himself harder, believing that one day his effort would pay off. Then came one stormy morning that tested him more than any race. As he ran through the muddy trail by the river, his foot slipped, sending him crashing to the ground. His clothes were soaked and covered in mud, his ankle throbbed with pain, and the cold rain poured over him. He limped to a tree and sat down, rainwater dripping from his hair and mixing with the tears on his face. For the first time in a very long while, Fernando broke down. "Maybe they're right," he whispered shakily. "I've been trying for so long, giving everything I have, and still I lose. Maybe I'm just not good enough." Just then, an old farmer passed by with his cows. Noticing Fernando sitting in the rain, he stopped and gently asked, "Why are you crying, son?" With a heavy heart, Fernando explained, "I run every day. I give my best, but I always fail. I think I'm just wasting my time." The old farmer listened patiently, then smiled softly and said, "Let me tell you something." The old farmer pointed toward a cluster of tall bamboo swaying near the river and said, "Do you see that bamboo grove over there? Do you know how long it takes for a bamboo seed to grow?" Fernando shook his head. The farmer continued, 5 years. For 5 long years, you water it, protect it, take care of it, yet nothing appears above the ground. Not even a small leaf. People think nothing is happening. But beneath the soil, its roots are growing, spreading deep and strong. And then suddenly, in just a few weeks, it shoots up nearly 80 feet tall. Tell me, did it grow in a few weeks? No. It was growing all along, just where no one could see. The old man placed a gentle hand on Fernando's shoulder and said softly, "Son, right now, you are growing your roots. Don't stop. Your time is coming." Those simple words struck Fernando like lightning. A fire ignited inside him, a new kind of determination. From that moment on, he didn't run to prove his friends wrong. He ran to prove himself right. Whether the sky was clear or stormy, whether the cold froze his fingers or the heat burned his skin, Fernando showed up. Every single day. He started studying running techniques. He watched professional athletes, learned how to breathe better, how to maintain perfect posture, how to time each step with precision. Slowly, quietly, and almost invisibly, just like the bamboo, Fernando grew stronger. And then, after a year of relentless effort, the day arrived. The district inter-school race, the race that would decide who gets selected for the sports academy. The field buzzed with excitement. Runners from big city schools warmed up confidently, their branded shoes and uniforms shining under the sun. Fernando stood among them silently, his heart steady, his mind calm. The whistle blew. Fernando ran. He didn't burst out at full speed. He didn't let pressure shake him. He simply followed the rhythm he had trained for, step by step, breath by breath, focused and steady. When other runners overtook him, he didn't panic. When the strain tightened his legs, he didn't slow down. He maintained his pace, his confidence, and his belief. And then, in the final 200 meters, something magical happened. It felt as if his entire body awakened. Every step grew lighter, every breath stronger. His legs moved like they were made for this very moment. His mind was sharp, his heart fearless. Fernando sprinted forward with everything he had built over the years, strength, discipline, and the roots he had grown deep within himself. One by one, Fernando began overtaking the other runners. His steps grew faster, his mind sharper, and in a final burst of determination, he surged ahead and crossed the finish line, first. For a moment, the world went silent. Then cheers erupted. His friends and teachers shouted his name with pride. And in the crowd, his father stood frozen, both hands covering his mouth, tears shining in his eyes. His son, the boy who never gave up, had finally done it. Fernando was officially selected for the district sports academy. But more important than the medal or the applause was the belief he had finally found within himself. He now knew he was capable. He now knew his hard work had meaning. Years passed, and Fernando grew into a strong, confident athlete. One day, he returned to his village, carrying not just success but gratitude in his heart. He walked toward the banyan tree where the old farmer often rested. The farmer was older now, peaceful and calm, sitting in the shade with a gentle smile. Fernando approached him and said softly, "Because of your wise words, I found myself. Thank you. If I hadn't heard your advice that day, I might have given up." The farmer looked at him with warm, kind eyes and replied, "I'm glad my words helped you, Fernando. But remember, I only reminded you of something you already had. You're the one who chose not to quit. The strength was always inside you. You just needed time to see it." The moral of this story is simple yet powerful: great things take time. Just because you cannot see progress right away doesn't mean your effort is meaningless. Like the bamboo, your roots may be growing silently beneath the surface, preparing you for something bigger, something extraordinary. Many people quit right before their breakthrough, not knowing how close they were to success. But those who stay patient, stay consistent, and keep believing in themselves are the ones who truly rise. So whatever your dream is, no matter how difficult the journey feels, keep going. Your moment will come. And if this story touched your heart or opened your eyes, share it with someone who might need this reminder today.